Look, I've watched and consumed an absolute ton of, self-improvement content, books and courses and whatever else. And they all say, at least in a similar fashion, to just start. That always seems to be the most common message they all send. And I mean, it makes perfect sense. But for some reason, everybody wants to wait till Monday. Everyone wants to wait till January next year, when they're this, that, or there. Everyone needs to wait for a condition, and they don't realize that that condition that they set upon themselves is the thing that's literally stopping them from achieving the life they want. You don't wait for conditions, you create them, because ready isn't a feeling, it's a choice. I don't know who said that quote, but I will always remember it. If you want things to finally change next year, okay, stay with me and let's get straight into the process on how you can work on your mentality, physicality, and emotional well-being. For step number 1, you need to audit your life brutally. I mean, anything that does not belong there, it is gone. Because before you can focus on improving yourself, fix your timetable, fix your daily schedule, stop going to the places that are holding you back, and invest in time into things and people that won't help you out in the long run. I want you to sit down with a notebook or a notepad on your phone, whatever is easy for you, and just ask yourself the following. What habits are ruining my progress? Because I guarantee you know what they are. You just choose to carry on doing them because it's the socially normal thing to do. It could be something along the lines of drinking, doing drugs, chasing women, scrolling, gaming. Of course, everything in moderation could be fine, maybe not the drugs part really, but you get what I'm saying. But there are going to be habits which slow you down, and the only thing you're doing them is allowing that to happen because you continue to do them. Another uncomfortable question is asking yourself, which people drain you the most? Because it could be that you've outgrown some friends. Perhaps you don't get on with your family. Just because the family doesn't mean you have to associate with them or keep doing things for them. And I know some people might not accept that, but that's just how things are. Maybe your workplace is draining you. Maybe you need a change of place. Maybe you need to look elsewhere. And all of these things are big things, and they are. But that's the only way you make big changes. You have to look at the bigger picture. What is it that's affecting you? What is it that's holding you back? There's another one, which I think is very important, and not many people actually think about this. And it is, what am I pretending not to know? Essentially, why are you justifying the things that you do? What do you choose to ignore? Because before self-improvement comes self-awareness. When you're painfully aware of what needs to change, you can then actually work on those things. And you will never be able to grow if you continue lying to yourself. For step number 2, you need to delete the rot. And what do I mean by that? Well, firstly, deleting is more important than adding. Give your focus to fewer things on a much deeper level. You don't need more goals. You don't need a more articulate routine. You don't need all these planners and fancy apps. You just need less shit that keeps you distracted. Less time around people who keep you average or the same as last year. Improving your life begins with subtracting the things that shouldn't be there, removing people that shouldn't be there, ignoring the things that you do not need to be aware of. The only time you can add more is when you master the things you currently do right now. For step number 3, you need to define what it is that you want. Be specific. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. You've got to say, I want to lose 2 stones and go to the gym 4 times a week, every single week. Because if you say, I want to lose weight, well, technically you go a couple times, you could lose a couple pounds, and technically you've just reached your goal because you just wanted to lose weight. It's too vague. Whereas if you're specific, you know what it is that you're signing up for. If you want to lose 2 stone and goes to the gym 4 times a week, you know exactly what it is that you're after. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. The more specific you are with something, the more likely you are actually to stick with it because you know what it is that you want. You don't want to say something like, I want to be more confident. You want to say something like, I want to speak my mind without the fear of judgment. Because that's what confidence is about, isn't it? It's just being yourself on an unapologetic level and not worrying or fearing about what other people might think about you or say about you. If they chat shit behind your back, so be it. You can't change that anyway. But if you're a people pleaser of everybody, you're an enemy to yourself. For step number 4, we're going to build a routine. But we're going to keep it simple and easy so you can actually stick to it this time. Forget the whole perfect routine and the perfectly planned out day, because that shit just doesn't exist. There are too many variables, too many things that happen, and there's just too much margin for error to keep things, perfectly consistent all the time. So you need to make your system so easy that you would feel bad about talking yourself out of doing it. Some examples could be, as soon as you wake up, you make your bed. That's it. Next thing, before your first coffee, have a glass of water. Go for a 10 to 20 minute walk every single day. Work out 3 to 4 times every single week. The idea is to do one thing every single day that makes the future you proud. Don't get me wrong, sometimes these small changes or small goals won't actually change anything, but they have a much, much bigger impact than you realize. And more importantly, they have a chance to snowball into something bigger. I always set myself a small list of non-negotiables that I absolutely must do, and they're not really that difficult. However, on the days where I'm feeling really low, or I'm just not motivated or inspired to do anything, I always do them. And sometimes that's all I do, and I leave it at that. But sometimes they actually make me want to do more. They put me in work mode when I don't want to be in work mode. Last week, I had a day where I had quite a big to-do list, and I didn't want to do anything. I wasn't really feeling great. So I said to myself, okay, all I'm going to do is I'm going to post a story on Instagram, and that's it. Title something along the lines of just getting it done. And I did that. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, since I'm on Instagram right now, why don't I just post my video? It's already done. It's already edited. I didn't have to do anything apart from just write a little caption and press post. And by the time I knew it, I did that. Then I posted onto TikTok, then YouTube, and now I've already done 4 little things. So I was like, okay, well, I was thinking about doing my script that night anyway. So then I did my script. And by the time I knew it, 3.5 hours have gone past, and I did everything. I did everything that was on my to-do list, just because I started small. I started with a really easy task that took me, a minute, 2 minutes at most. Small actions have the power to push you a lot further than you realize. You just have to force yourself to do something small. That's why I always say to start off small and start off easy, because then it's much harder to not do it or talk yourself out of it. For step number 5, choose one category out of the following things. Because now I feel like we spoke about all the foundations, but now where do we go from there? What do we want? What are we going to do next year? Remember, clarity, not chaos. We can't do too many things at once. So that's why we're going to pick one. Firstly, for the mind, pick one thing you want to focus on that you're going to do consistently next year that's going to help with mindfulness. Things like meditation, journaling, or reading. Those things are wonderful for your mind. They're brilliant. They help you put your thoughts together. They help you realize what it is that you're actually thinking about, and just help you think ahead. But don't do them all, because you will overwhelm yourself. Pick one and just stick with it. And once that feels, like second nature, like you don't really have to think about it, you just do it, that is when you can add more. For the body, you're going to start going to the gym. You're going to start doing running. You're going to start calisthenics or high rocks or start playing tennis. The idea is that you pick one thing that's going to help with your physicality. Once again, you don't need to overwhelm yourself. You don't need to become a world-class athlete. The idea is to complete and not to compete. For the final thing, you're going to work on your environment. Maybe you're going to upgrade your wardrobe, get more into the fashion. Perhaps you're going to upgrade your sleeping environment. New bed, new mattress. Change your room so it's more minimalistic. The idea is that you just upgrade the environment that you're in, or the things that you wear, or the things that you're surrounded with constantly. If they make you feel better, it is worth the investment. Because growth isn't actually complicated. Is it hard at times? Yes, of course it is, just like with anything out there. But it can be made pretty simple. You just have to stay consistent. That's the biggest thing, consistency. So start with auditing your life, cut off all the dead weight, build simple systems. I need you to stick to them even when it's inconvenient or you don't feel like it. And next year can be your year, but that's only if you let it be. And I genuinely do believe that you can do it. And as always, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you next week.